Hey YouTube! Alright, sorry, I had to reconnect or restart this video. But this video I want to talk about actually Magic the Gathering for once. Now I'm not going to go and review the game Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering's been around for 24 years, not 24 years, 20 years, sorry, 94 came, or 93 it came out. Woo! Get my facts wrong. I should know this, I started playing in 94, so but as I played, I tried everything to make decks feel like they should for me. And so, as I'm doing this, I experiment some I used to make my decks Highlander. We're not talking about EDH, Elder Dragon Highlander, or Commander as it's known now. But like just one of each card in the deck. I tried two of each card. I tried Tribal and all that. Until finally I came up with a format I loved. Okay? And I'm going to dissect it with two of my decks like this to let you guys know the format. I used to call this on the MTG Salvation forums RP, but I've since started calling it Dungeon. And so what the format is just like EDH or Commander, you choose a color signature. In this case, I'm going Abjuration. First deck I'll be talking about is white, and Hope, the second deck I'm talking about, is blue. Now, as you do this, every card you choose has to be in that color signature. If you're unfamiliar with color signature, it's the rule that it cannot contain any mana symbols outside the color, except I think Extort fits fine in white or black, so I could put an Extort card in this deck, but I didn't, because I'm confused on the rules when it comes to Extort. Can't give you mana of any color. If you would receive mana of other colors, it's colorless. It has to be completely held within the color system, and it's a format I really like. Now I did think about allowing split colors or hypercolors. They did kind of the Marvel theme in there, but I think color signature fits best with this. The second thing is it's a self-imposed limitation, is that every card fits in a certain area in the deck. So first off, we start with two legendaries. Your deck has to contain two legendaries or planeswalkers. They don't have to be legendary creatures. We're talking about legendary lands, creatures, artifacts, enchantments. I said planeswalkers, I'm counting this rule too. And show you in Abjuration, you have Mikius and Yobi, which these two, Mikius comes into play with the X +1/+1 counters. You can tap it to give it a +1/+1 counter, or tap it to move it to another creature. And Yobi, every time you play a Spirit or Arcane spell, put 3/3 white Spirit creature token with flying into play. And it's flying 3/6 for 7. Those are my big creatures. Those are my legendaries. The reason I was doing this is because, when I was looking through it, I don't like the idea of people being able to have 4 Jaces in their deck, or 4 Mind Sculptors to be specific, or anything like that. I feel legendary should be, well, legendary. So having a very small limited amount in the deck actually makes them more special. Because honestly, I won mini games with one of these two. And each time I win a game with these two, it feels like a victory. Because I got them out, I got my strategy to work. And I'll get to more about the strategy sculpts in a second. Another thing about it is you have to choose 1 to 3 tribals. You got to stick to those tribals. Like me, I play, or this deck here, Abjuration, is clerics. What was it? Clerics, or cleric, spirits, and elementals. So every creature in here is either a cleric, a spirit, or an elemental. Next, you choose 4 cards that are going to be your signature spells. Or not 4 cards. You choose 1 or 2 cards that you're going to have 4 of each. These are your signature spells. These are spells that represent you as a mage, what you like to cast the most, what you want to pop up the most. And I have weird choices, just to warn you. First choice, my non-creature, was Plow into the Rayto, or Plow through Rayto, sorry, which has the ability Sweep, which is I can return any number of planes to my hand, And target creature gets +1/+1 for each planeswalker return, plus it's an arcane spell. I really like Sweep. I have a lot of strategies in my deck that Sweep works well with, because I can do the whole all or nothing. The second one is another card that I like that most people probably won't. It's Hopeful Eidolon, which is 1/1 lifelink for 1, but it also, you can pay 3 and white to turn into an enchantment. Play on the creature, a creature to give them +1/+1 and lifelink, and then when that creature dies, this comes out. Which I think, in a deck like this, it works. It's not the best mechanic, but honestly, it's fun in certain decks. Then next, you're going to choose 2 cards. These are your things set up your finishing engine. These are the cards that you use for your final strategy. And me, I have Charge Across the Arabi, and the Ghostblade Eidolon. Now, Charge Across the Arabi's Paltereto just affects all creatures, and it's a little more expensive. But when I cast it, I'm going to want to cast it with 16 mana, or planes swept up to my hand, because that's +16/+16 to all my creatures. And then, of course, the Ghostblade Eidolon, it's a 1/1 double strike for 3, but, for 6, I can give target creature +1/+1 double strike, and if they die, this comes out. And my last victory was actually me having this on the Mickey's the Lunar. So, yeah, it works decently. And then, next you're going to choose 3 non-basic lands, and one will have 1, which mine's the Rusty Kraken, which gives a +1/+1 counter if it's got reinforced 1. One will be 2, which I chose the Reliquary Tower, which just makes my hand limit, or gets rid of my hand limit size, but gives a colorless mana. And the one will be 3, which in this deck is New Benalia. Scry 1 mana, comes into play tapped. You're going to need 18 basic land. So this is going to be a deck with a total of 24 land, 18 basic land. This deck, all planes. But usually it's 10 of one, 8 of another is how I usually do it. And then 20 other spells. Now I like to explain these down the middle, 10 and 10, where they fit all the rules, but you cannot have more than 2 of each of these spells. So it's 1 to 2 of each. Like for instance, creature-wise, Benelash, Priest, Kabuto Moth, I've got Dog at my feet, Ghost Warden, Shinewind, Thraben Doomseer, Wispmare, and Meadowboom. And then, of course, spell-wise, I have the Acolyte's Reward, Ethereal Haze, Spirit Visit, Armored Ascension, Midnight Haunting, Tarashi's Grasp, and Ghostly Possession. Now you might be saying, oh, that doesn't look like Abjuration in classic sense, but it plays defense, hold my ground, until I can get in a hit that deals 50 damage unblockable. So, and it's gone off without a hitch a number of times. Well, alright, so what the format of this is just to give you odds to hit those flavor cards that are meant to be your personal spell, your personal finisher, your legendaries are rare. It hits that. Now we're going to go show you one more example. This deck Hope is called Hope, and again you're going to question why it's how it plays, it's in how it plays, not its name, or not what cards are in it. Sorry, it feels like a very hopeful deck, and I only have 2 creature types in this, and that's Wizards and Chimeras, which I kind of mad because I can't find my original Chimeras, the 4 artifact ones, because I wanted to play with them with my Perceived Hydra, or Chimera, wrong name. But my 2 legendaries, I actually chose Menacie's Zephyr Mage, which has Grandeur, and then my signature spell, non-creature, is Erratic Mutation, which, alright, I'm going to do this in the combos, the 4 signature, 3 non-signatures for this one. This is basically great blue removal if you know what's coming. You basically choose a target creature, reveal the top card of your deck until you reveal a non-creature card. That creature or non-mana card. That creature gets plus X plus or minus X until end of turn, where X is the removed card's converted mana cost for all cards revealed this way on the bottom of the library in the order. So basically, this is a card, if I'm careful with, it's a powerful removal or a powerful buff. Then my finisher, because I love this combo, is Spin into Myth, which allows me to put a target creature card on top of its own in its library, then Fate Seal 2. Now I do this, I put the card I want on my library, then I Fate Seal him for 2, for her, or here, or Z, whatever. And then creature-wise, I need some control in that, so the Prescient Chimera, which every time it casts instant or sorcery, I scry. And my 3-up is the Omen Speaker. When they come into play, scry 2. Which, then again, with Fate Seal, that's a +2 -2, which works nice. My 6 lands, which are kind of strange, is Howling of Depths, just for the ability for my deck control. Zoetic Caves, which, if I need that creature out, the extra creature out, that works. And Tolarian West, just for the transmute. Now, and that's the solid choices, my signature choices. Then you're going to go through the other cards in the deck. Archaeomancers, which have come in handy with this. Deep Water Hypnotist, which, I like the X -0, that one's -3 -0. I like those spells, personally. Delver of Secrets, Perplexing Chimera, Kaho, the Manamo Historian, and I broke my own rule. I didn't even notice. Well, I gotta reconfigure one of these cards, either take out Lanesi or Mahano. But I'll do that later. I didn't even realize that she was legendary when I put her in there. Oops. Courtly Provocateur, Simic Manipulator, and Beguiler of Wills. Because God knows I want to keep control of the situation. Then Lost in the Labyrinth, Frightful Delusions, Diminish, Sensory Deprivation, Chance of Skirfane, Voyager's Edge, Dizzy Spell, Stymied Hope, Lost in the Mist, and Dissolve. Very defensive, and that's how I like to play, it's defensive. But you see, beyond my mistake of playing Kano in there, or Kano in there when I already had a legendary, or Kaho Prime, where I had 2 legendaries. It's just something I'm going to have to fix, but, shouldn't be too hard. I'll remove all the Manessis and just put another blue card in, or double up on one of the others. And I said these decks are made so I have a certain amount of average to pull certain cards out that, in my opinion, reflect who I am, Especially in Abjuration, it really gives a reflection of who I am, and I hope it does too. I hope you guys try this. If you want, go on Facebook on the link to this page, or to this video. Link in the Facebook will be below. And give me your deck descriptions, the ones you would do with this. List them out. And forgive me for my one mistake, but it's a fun thing to try, and it really is worth it. I don't do my decks any other way now, unless I'm doing style specific like EDH. Anything else that allows for just general cards, I do in this format, because I enjoy it. Well, I hope you have fun making the decks. I can't wait to hear what you make. And if you don't want to go to Facebook, you can post in the comments below what deck you made. Alright, thank you, and have fun.